Today's April 7th, 2019, and this is episode 96 of PlaneSavers. Hey guys, I'm in, gotta adjust the camera here. I'm in PlaneSavers' new temporary studios here. I gotta give a huge shout out to Liz and Tim for letting us stay in their basement. As you can see, I'm actually on Stuka's bed right now. And it's a Sunday episode, so normally Sundays I do a live stream. But today is we're just jam-packed with paperwork and a whole bunch of stuff. And we're also waiting on Ronnie. Ronnie's got a 3-day drive, and he had to spend some extra time in Red Deer. So Ronnie's on his way. He's on day 1. So today's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So he should be arriving Tuesday. Hey, Stuka. Hey, Stuka. Ronnie should be arriving Tuesday. And, yeah, so then we'll have to set up his base camp. And then we have to unload the C-can, a whole bunch of stuff. But I did pre-shoot a walk-around of the DC-3 for you guys because I knew today I wouldn't have access to the aircraft. Now, we're having a little bit of problems, I guess, with the access to the aircraft because it is a little bit of a pain in the ass. And I will go through the procedure in probably maybe Monday's episode where I'll show you what it takes and just the behind the scenes. So I actually put a note out on Facebook if there's anybody selling or can rent a golf cart, which would really help out because there's this big gully in between us and the airplane that we have to walk around. And if Ronnie's going to be living there, it'd be very, because he can't just drive his truck. He's got to park his truck on the opposite end of the fence. So that's, maybe 500 meters he's got to walk, or probably not much, 300 meters he's got to walk every day to a parking lot to the airplane. So for moving supplies, getting stuff, a golf cart would probably be the best thing in the world. So I put that out there on the Facebook land. Let me know in the comments if you guys know if there's any golf carts for sale for rent. I would love to buy one because I could just throw it in the C-can and bring it home. Never had a golf cart before. So anyway, yeah, so let's go to the footage yesterday of the walk around, and we just do a brief kind of like a reminder of what kind of mess we got ourselves in. So check this out. Good morning, everybody. Today is actually yesterday, folks. I just realized I won't be seeing this airplane the day that you're watching this video, so I'm going to do a quick walk around video for you guys today to show you this airplane and give you a very good walk around. So a lot of people, if you're just joining these videos right now, this is the airplane. So Benoit is the guy who put this up on eBay, and that's where we found it. The first thing you're going to notice with this airplane is this side is white with the red, and if we walk along this side, it is silver. So when we bought the airplane, we actually thought this was bare metal. It's not. You can see the hamburger door is missing. Inside, the roof hatch is missing. So this is just an outside tour today. Ronnie. So Ronnie, we had pictures of the firewall. So back in Red Deer, Ronnie brought the pictures and built the engines that are in the C-can to build these up. So when Ronnie gets here, really, he just has to, well, it changes the mounts, but he's going to bolt the engines on. We got new rims and tires and brakes. Yeah, this is all good. So the one big thing is how we're going to paint strip it. So we're going to figure that out somehow. Now you can see this side too is completely bare. But all in all, this airplane is in very good condition. We're in the wheel well now, and as you can see, it's all complete. There's a little bit of bird's nests, but nothing we can't handle, nothing Ronnie hasn't seen before, hopefully. So here we are, we're on the right hand wing here. Aileron is completely trashed, completely gone, and you can see the tip's missing. This is Keith, who bought the tip off eBay. It's on the way. So the tip is the first piece of the airplane. It's on its way to Texas. Hopefully everything's good. This wingtip is pretty banged up. We have a plan to fix it. We do have a spare wingtip in the C-can. Yeah, so we got a new trim tab coming. Yeah, so we got the wings. The first thing Ronnie's going to have to do is take the wings off. And basically you just unbolt them. And there's cables and hoses and stuff inside. Those have to come off. Wings come off. And then we have to do some inspections underneath. And here is the side of the airplane. You see the windows are what you would call it, they're spray painted. So we're gonna try to clean them. So that's the big thing, is we're gonna try to clean the windows and keep her going. So this side is roughly painted white. You can see the boot is completely ripped off here. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out here. There's a little bit of nicks and scrapes we got to fix. We've got a new tail cone, and yeah, there's the rudder. We got the new rudder. So we got elevators from JKM. So we got elevators from JKM. Ailerons we got from DT-B, I believe. They were in storage. My father had them in storage for over 20 years, so they're in really good shape. The rudder, Ronnie saved from WIR, so we got WIR's rudder. Basically a hodgepodge of of airplanes parts. Tail cone is smashed. We got another tail cone. Hopefully the sound's working out. We got the crew here making plans, and then here on this side, the air stair door. Ronnie got a brand new air stair door. We got the cargo compartment. So this is a mod. Man, that wind is crazy. So I'm in here. The cargo door is a mod from Canadair. Yeah, this is kind of neat. This goes into the tail, and you see all the cables are loose. The cables are loose because this airplane at some point might have been taken apart and trucked. We don't know for sure, but yeah, that means all the cables are loose. It's very nice, very good shape in here. And yeah, so the flaps look in good shape, and you can see the left-hand aileron here is pretty much wrecked. Not very good. You can see that light up there, that is a mod from Canadair, so you can see if you're building up any ice on the lead-in edge, because this thing actually had boots on it, or still does have boots on it. This side doesn't even look that bad, but we're most likely going to take the boots off. Little tidbit, you know what this is for? This little wing here? Let me know. Do you know? I'm going to give you 2 seconds. 1, 2. It is to stop the light from going into the captain's eyes. So it's kind of like a blinder, you know, like the horses have blinders. It's a blinder so the light doesn't go in the captain's eyes. Sometimes with model kits, you notice that they put them on the other side for some reason, and that's a common thing I see, is they put them on the other side, but they're supposed to be on that side. That little tapping, that little that you hear, is the hamburger door mod. The duct tape holding the thing on is coming off, and yeah, so now we're here back at the front. Ronnie's got the new tires, pedostatic system. Yeah, it is good. So that is today's video, folks. That is the outside walk around. Hope you like that. Please join us now as we are diving deep into this airplane. Hopefully the wind noise wasn't so bad. And yeah, thanks for joining us on today's episode. Sorry it's a short one, but that's how it is. We're in Montreal, and we can't wait to get started. Ronnie's on the road right now, and yeah, so very, very cool. Come on, Stuka. Look at that. So you guys, hopefully you like that video of the walk around. This is very cool. And I just want to show you, got Stuka's, look at this backyard that Stuka gets to run around in. Very cool. Look, there's even a pool. Stuka doesn't have this much space even in Yellowknife or even the hangar. This is so awesome. So yeah, I want to do a shout out to some guys that have sent some videos today. So I'm going to add those onto the video here today. We got a video from Colorado, where father and son are building a model DC-3. So let's go to that now. Check this out.
Hey Mikey, welcome to Plane Builders, Loveland, Colorado. I've been working on this DC-3. It's an old Gulo's kit. I used to build balsa and tissue paper airplanes when I was young, back in the 1950s. But I bought this kit. This kit is about a 20-year-old kit, and it's time I got it put together. So I've been working on it off and on for about a year. It's not going to fly. But it's going to be a good DC-3. We'd like to my son and I'd like to decorate it like a Buffalo's DC-3. So I'm just about ready to, I'm kind of putting the tail assembly on, and using a 5-minute epoxy glue from the hobby store in Fort Collins. And so it's one of those things where you kind of get all epoxy glued all up, but it's fun. And I'm going to give the plane to my son Dan, who has been encouraging me to get this plane built. He's going to hang it in his bar downstairs in his house, so that it can greet all the people coming in to have a little cold one down in Dan's basement. So, okay, now all I have to do is just keep holding this quietly and let it harden up. So good luck in Montreal. Looking forward to seeing what happens to the plane, your plane on D-Day.
So thank you, Dan and Gary, for that awesome video with the DC-3. That is so cool. Now we got to head over to Germany, actually technically France, because our buddies from the Dakota Inn have sent us a video. And yeah, so check this out. They're actually gone to Normandy. So this is awesome. Check it out.
Hello Mikey, this is Carsten. You know me from the Dakota Inn at Bielefeld Airport. Today I'm with a business jet in Caen, France, at the Normandy. And later on I would like to show you what the people do to celebrate the 6th of June. They prepare everything, have a lot of gift shops here, and I will go inside the main terminal and will show you all the gifts they prepare for the D-Day. Hello Mikey, inside the terminal building of Caen Airport in the Normandy. They have a lot of gift shops and they prepare for the D-Day, 6th of June. Especially some mugs and charts about the Normandy area, about the different beaches, and some cool caps for the anniversary, and also of course Dakota D-Day models and a lot of other funny stuff. Special Coca-Cola for the cruise, for the air cruise in the World War II. And yeah, that's what I like to show you from Caen Airport. In 10 minutes I travel back to the Dakota Inn Bielefeld Airport, and see you later. So Mikey, back from the Normandy in Bielefeld at the Dakota Inn. I'll be happy to get a after landing beer and the great PlaneSavers pizza. I hope you enjoyed the quick tour through the gift shops of the Normandy. And yeah, hope to see you soon. Good luck with DTD and thank you for a great show. Bye bye, Carsten. And while I'm drinking, the aircraft will be refueled as well. Bye bye.
So thank you, Dakota Inn, the official restaurant of PlaneSavers. You remember they're the ones that built the pizza, the PlaneSavers pizza. So yeah, so we're back in the house. That's where we're gonna end today's video. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. I'm super excited. I just talked to Ronnie. He's on the road. He's doing very well. And yeah, we are off to the races. So tomorrow, Stella and I, we have to do some meetings and that kind of stuff. And I'll film some stuff and you can follow along on the journey because that's why we're here. And as soon as Ronnie pulls up, we start putting engines on. So there we go. Oh, Stella's behind you. Doesn't want me to film her. She's in work mode. So, hey, Stella, I can't film it, but can you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
There, so Stella says goodbye. Stuka's out in his yard, that big yard, and you guys have an amazing Sunday. Stella and I going on a date night. We're going to go watch Shazam, so hopefully that's good. IMAX, something we don't have in Yellowknife. So, enjoy your Sunday. Have a good day, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow.